Hey everybody, welcome to the official Marvel Heroes stream. Today I have Michael May here. MichaelMayhem.
Not Mayhem.
I kind of like the idea of you being like a Spider-Ham kind of character. Mayhem. Hello?
Do we have a special guest?
Somebody just knocked. We don't have a special guest.
Okay.
So we're not here to talk about Winter Soldier today. We're here to talk about how the fact that my beard is way too big, and this is the last time you'll ever see it. And that's the whole stream. Have a good night.
Okay,
We're done. I'm just kidding.
No.
Let's talk about Winter Soldier. So we are here to show off our next playable character, Winter Soldier, a.k.a. James Buchanan Barnes, Bucky Barnes. He's hanging out on the rooftops in some rain. I hope you guys can hear us, everything. Let us know if the audio is good and the video is good. We also have a spoiler of a new team-up, which is sort of spoiled, but you get to see some cool stuff coming later. And we're going to talk about Winter Soldier and talk about his powers and how awesome he looks. And is the Ultimate ready to see yet?
I hear it's like part 1 ready to see, but I'm not certain that it's ready.
Is it going to be on Test Center?
It'll be on Test Center, yep.
Well, then we should show it off at the end of the stream anyway.
All right.
So let's talk about Winter Soldier. You go for it, Mike.
Okay, so Winter Soldier, man, he was a really fun one to design. We had kind of a very specific goal when we started, when you and I were talking about him, of he has all these tools that differentiate him from someone like Black Widow or Punisher, or someone that might be in his like archetype class, with his bionic arm and these sweet combat knife moves and all of his different tricks of the trade that he's got. So one of the things we wanted to focus on was to kind of differentiate him from those two, was to give him very specific weapons that he uses and multiple ways on using them. So every gun that he has on his person, I think there's at least 2 ways to use it, with the exception of his signature weapon. In addition, we wanted to show that he's really a truly trained assassin. Like he is absolutely the king of assassins in our game. So we've integrated stealth mechanics across all of his kit, from his bionic arm powers to his guns. So you'll see stealth and invisibility quite often when you see Winter Soldier players playing. In fact, he's got some really interesting mechanics when he defeats enemies, that he can go directly into stealth. So you can very sneakily weave your way through a terminal and just take out all the high priority targets without ever being seen.
Get your legendaries done.
What?
Get your legendaries done that way.
Like,
just break the boxes and then go right back into stuff. It might not work with destruction, but it'd be funny.
So I think I want to start showing off some of his powers.
I love that arm, by the way.
The arm is so beautiful.
It just looks so
shines.
Good. It's so good, so shiny.
Yep. Let's do a traditional Midtown romp.
Let's do it. So this is his default costume. His alt is the movie costume from Captain America: The Winter Soldier with full mask. We do not have that ready for the stream today, unfortunately. It is not in this build. Ooh, there's also new bosses in Midtown, I see.
Oh, look at that.
There's a Man-Ape and Mole Man in Midtown. I wonder when that is coming alive.
So there are a few known issues on Test Center currently that we'll see. These are tracked, and we're fixing them as soon as possible. One of,
Well, actually, they may be... Well, I'll talk about that later.
Okay.
They may be fixed by the time they see them.
Oh, excellent. Like the slight little bit of the rifle burst.
So tell us about his different guns. I want to see his different guns. Zoom in. I'm a Punisher player, so this is what I care about.
First off, we have the bread and butter rifle.
Got the
M4A1.
The M4A1 with the M203, it looks like, on the bottom.
Yep, which is... I have that button here somewhere. Right there.
Boom. So he's got the grenade launcher on the bottom of the rifle.
Yep.
Of course. So fire the actual... Oh, that was a prop. Okay. Fire the actual rifle. How does the rifle fire? Is it burst? Is it full auto?
It is a 3-round burst at all times.
Oh, okay. So it's Yeah, you want to turn on some audio?
Sure.
Just
let's turn some audio.
It looks like it's low. Let us know if the game audio is too loud. We want to let you guys hear how... things aren't probably done, actually. I just heard some powers are not ready to be heard. So let's actually turn it off while we're fighting.
They'll show audio soon enough.
Yeah.
But you notice each one of those fire shots is actually doing 3 packets of damage.
Packets, so it's bah, bah, bah. And I remember the reason I wanted audio is because you can really hear it. It's
you can hear that distinct triple tap of that particular gun. He's also got his traditional.
Somebody said noob tube.
Noob tube
for the M203. It's the classic. It's the classic Call of Duty noob tube.
Yep.
And, sweet.
Whoa! What is that?
That is a mobster's car. Oh, you haven't seen?
I haven't seen the new car model.
So there's new Midtown. Midtown is a little different. This is the retrofitted Midtown that Heretic has been slaving away on.
I've heard this coming for so long. I didn't
So you
know.
see, he's got he's the smooth operator with the single pistol. I love that.
Yep.
So this is his basic. So
Yep.
is the triple tap rifle his basic as well, or is
Tri-
that a spirit spender? So he's a spirit guy. That's important to know.
Yep, he's definitely a spirit guy. He has a secondary resource that we'll talk about later, but it is not critical to most builds. It's very much a side thing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So yeah, the pistol shot is his basic attack. that was awesome.
That was the greatest shot.
And
is it just called pistol shot? Does it have a fun name?
I believe it's just
Glock
the
19.
name of the weapon. We named most of his stuff the name of the weapon internally.
I don't think we can stick with that.
We probably won't end up sticking with that.
But it's
licensing. Cool. And then the triple shot from the rifle is his kind of core boss killer spirit spending power.
Right. So it's equivalent to a melee version would be a triple strike for like Daredevil. It's It's 3 hits.
Yep. So let's keep on the guns. We have the Scorpion SMG from the Winter Soldier film, where it's just the spray and pray of bullet fire.
Just classic murder, defeat. Winter Soldier straight up murders people. That is his thing.
Again, he uses each.
I like
how
casually he sprays it.
Yeah.
It's kind of like how Star-Lord has the duel, but he doesn't even need to.
He doesn't need
just
to.
Murders,
he just has the one. So he has, as with every power, he has a couple different ways to use it. So you can use it as the spray and pray that you see here. He also has a full clip burst power, seen here, with a whole.
Oh, so you
clip.
hold it. So it holds itself down.
It holds itself. So he unloads the entire clip at once.
So he just unloads on somebody.
Yep.
Is that a area or is that single?
That is a single target burst damage power.
Awesome. So it's cooldown, I assume.
Yep.
I can see the cooldown. I'm trying to ask the questions I know the answers to, so that people get all the info. Man, I really like the that one. The cooldown power.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Scorpion's probably my favorite of the weapons. I think it's just we haven't really done anything quite like it with that full auto burst mode. And then I think his last regular ballistic weapon.
I think a gun aficionado would have just cringed at full auto burst mode.
Yeah,
one's a game design term. I get it.
Yeah. And then the sniper rifle.
So that's the Beretta, the big 50 cal.
Mm-hmm.
So tell us about the mechanic of this one, the basic mechanics, because I know some weapons aren't as simple as they seem.
So the sniper rifle.
And we'll get to the not as simple as they seem thing later, because that is pretty important.
We're showing off his simplicity first.
I just wanted to heal you. So.
Okay. We're showing off simplicity first, but Winter Soldier definitely has some very unique mechanics we've never explored before, and we'll talk about those soon.
But we want to show off all the cool big boom first.
Yeah. So the big boom has a familiar mechanic to some stealth players, where you deal bonus damage when you use it when coming out of stealth. So it's a very good opener. It also has something that isn't, as you probably saw earlier, isn't quite functional yet, but he will enter stealth if he defeats an enemy with the sniper rifle. So he goes into stealth, and it deals bonus damage on its next use when you come out of stealth. So it's both a high damage power when breaking it, and should you finish somebody off with that attack, you'll go right back into stealth. So essentially,
which is kind of the iconic sniper nest flavor,
right?
Which is awesome.
Yeah,
that is something I really wanted to see. I remember when we talked about it, was like the kind of sniper roost of like moving from place to place kind of thing, was something that I feel really strongly about for his flavor, and something that a favorite game of mine represented for him as well, which is not a video game but a miniatures game. Wherein he has a sniper nest and you have to move from point to point on the map.
Yeah, it just makes sense for somebody like that
He is a full-on sniper. That is his deal. A stealth assassin.
And speaking of stealth, we have this very.
Somebody asked if he needs a bullet with that can travel 2+ kilometers in Midtown, because the Beretta, the M82, it can travel 2+ kilometers. Wow. That is one of the scariest things ever made.
So I want to show off Covert Ops, just because it's something we haven't done. So this is a very unique take on a stealth power. It has multiple activations, but in a different way we've done before.
Get out of there. You also showed off one of my favorites, Double Time.
Double Time.
So if you're a Punisher fan, Punisher's also getting a similar sprint. I love that he sprints with the pistol. It is so...
Oh, he doesn't just sprint with the pistol.
What? Did we do some trickery?
We did
Does
some
it work?
trickery.
Oh, nice!
He'll just sprint with
I hope
whatever.
that is also true of Punisher.
Yep, it is.
He absolutely has the... I love the single pistol, though, with the run. It's like Metal Gear Solid.
Yep. Or if he uses his knife, he uses an open hand.
He sprints open hand?
Yep.
Nice.
So here's a good grouping of enemies I'll use Covert Ops on. So on the first activation, I'm going to go into stealth. And then every activation after that, I'm going to start deploying landmines, and none of those actually break stealth. So I can just keep chucking these for as long as I have spirit until the power runs out.
I love that they run away like, what the hell is killing us? Why are we being exploded? What is this? That's awesome. So you set up a big landmine combo. Or I guess it's not a combo, but you can start dealing like serious damage. So are they the only power in that mode that does not break stealth?
No, he also has one of my favorites, animations of Winter Soldier. I'm so partial to it. Knife throw.
Oh, the knife throw, the flip.
Yep. Knife throw never breaks stealth under any circumstance, so you can just kind of knife throw people for days.
Hand throw mines.
Hand throw mines. That's great.
I love the insult to injury of getting a knife in your face after you're being exploded. Somebody said, so Winter Soldier plays like Punisher. Not really at all.
Not even close.
Not if Punisher has mines and is going to be pretty, especially soon. The new Punisher and Winter Soldier are in very different design spaces.
Incredibly different.
You guys have to see, but they have almost nothing in common except the fact that they use guns and bombs.
Yep. Before the battle van took up a little bit more time than we wanted, these two were going to release in the same month, and we actually talked about that as like.
That was one of the big pillars. Yeah,
it was like, how are these guys really going to be that much different? And we looked at the designs, is that they're not even close to the same. It's not even comparable.
Yeah,
like,
we were concerned though for a moment there. We were like, are you just trying to knife all these robots?
I was trying to knife all the robots. Yes.
Midtown seems harder.
It's because I don't have much in the way of gear. I'm still missing a whole bunch of slots because it's test realm of internal devness.
Internal devness. Heal. It's M. I use Q for my medkits.
I use T personally.
Okay. I use W for my ultimate, which is weird. Because it's right there. It also means I'm the only person that you ever see screw up and accidentally hit their ult. So in a raid, I have accidentally blown my ult.
Alright, so I'm so sure there's a lot of people concerned that, hey, we've only shown guns off here.
Where's all the punchy?
Where's all the melees? The dude's got a bionic arm. Come on now.
Bionic? Sorry.
So he definitely has some slick bionic arm combos. I kind of wanted to show these off in the training room because the animations are so.
Well, especially because, from what I know, you have to hit stuff and kind of control. There's a combo there, right? With the they play into the resource a bit.
Yes.
So we want to show those off in an environment where we can have more control, so we can actually explain how it works.
I'm sure I could do it before, but I wouldn't be able to show off these awesome animations.
His model is so detailed,
so shiny. So yeah, he has various powers that utilize the arm, like a shoulder check. He has some sick bionic arm and knife combos. Each one of these has a little bit of.
I like his stance. He's got the movie stance with the knife.
The bionic arm will actually start charging up anytime he uses it. What we were trying to represent with the I should say the artists were trying to represent was in the Winter Soldier film. There were several scenes where you'd hear this whir and you'd see the arm kind of twist a little bit, and then it would kind of motorized punch. So
you ever seen Big O?
I have not.
It's like Big O. It's got the rocket punch.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I totally know. What
it's what he I believe one of the scenes he tried to jab a knife into a car, and he was just like, nope, I'm gonna push it right into you.
Yeah, let's just do this again.
Yep, let's just try that again. So we utilized a lot of that in his melee combat. Let's see what else we have. We have the EMP, which we'll talk about shortly, and a big bionic shockwave, along with what's the assassinate? Did I not slot it? I didn't slot it.
Assassinate. Concealed combat, bionic shockwave, dispatch. What is dispatch? Is that the new name?
It's dispatch, yeah. Names just recently came in.
Yes, and they're still not final.
Yeah, of course. They're never final.
Are. Yeah, I changed them after launch.
The dispatch animation is very much inspired by the Winter Soldier movie. The scene that kind of everyone talks about of
that. I'm shooting some guns.
We have a bug. Unfortunate.
Is it not working?
Can't show it off.
It's not.
Must have a different build.
Sorry.
Oh well.
Well, it's iconic and cool. That explains why when I was looking for that animation earlier today,
you couldn't find it.
I could not find it. I was like, I thought he told me they did that.
So we'll do the sweet knife moves. Oh, it's kind of similar to. I'll show off the pose because it's kind of similar to that.
I love how he changes hands.
Flipping hands
Yeah,
and
he
doing a
does
lot
that.
of knife juggling combos. One more time.
Love it. I love the flip. We'll get it. I'm sorry.
We'll
get
get
it
it.
fixed. What was that? Tell us more about that juiciness. What was that giant explosion?
So that is the EMP. So they didn't really.
Stark Tech. It's
Yeah.
not in the film because Stark gave it to him.
Ah, okay.
So when he
That's
was,
why
when
it
he
wasn't
was-
in the film.
So this arm that he has, if you zoom in, has the Captain America star. So this is the arm that Stark built for him. So he actually references it quite often in his dialogue, a decent amount to Stark.
Very nice.
And so I think there's even a line that Stark is getting towards him.
Ah, very good.
Of like never mind.
We'll let the players hear it.
Superior Iron Man is going to have a line that's funny. I really want to go back and give Rocket some dialogue for Winter Soldier.
The Rocket?
I need that guy's arm.
Oh yeah, of course. That'd be great. Anyway, so this arm houses a very powerful EMP that he's used in comics before, and we wanted to represent that in a very unique way. So the power is called Bionic Surge, and when you put a point into it, you'll gain this secondary resource bar, which holds the charge of the EMP, and it gains charges as you hit with melee power. So the longer you're in melee combat,
Punching and stabbing.
the arm will start to charge up, and you can store up to 2 charges of the burst and knock them off in this big
just
giant
a huge
EMP.
blast.
Huge blast, quick, responsive.
Yeah, it's pretty quick how it comes out. I love those big bursty guns.
Yep. But we wanted to make sure that since this is such a very potent and powerful attack, that it became an option for a melee player to counteract some of the powers that we gave his ranged build. So we didn't want ranged players essentially to feel like they had to take this, and to do so we incorporated that melee on hit mechanic, so that even though it is a very large range skill, it is very much geared towards allowing melee players to clear rooms, since ranged players have so many different options to do so already.
Right.
And it's important to note that in his kit, we support both strict melee, strict ranged, and 2 different forms of hybrid play.
He has 2 flavors.
2 flavors of hybrid, where you stay at range mostly to clear out the trash, and then go in with the knife and the bionic arm. And then a different flavor where you're predominantly melee with a subset of ranged. So there's actually like 4 different ways to play him, just in terms of your distance to the target, much less to talk about all the stealth mechanics, whether you integrate those into your build or not.
Right, because those can kind of supplement every build.
Every build, yep.
And
Anybody can use stealth mines.
I just want to throw bombs in people's faces when they can't see me.
Mm-hmm. So I think...
And knives.
The knife there is amazing. I love it so much. Let's talk about the stances.
Go for it.
So I think I put them on both too. I did. So Winter Soldier has access to 2 different stances, which will enhance either his firearms or his bionics, which is not just the punches themselves, but anything the arm can do to support his combat. Right. And these 2 have a very unique mechanic where each and not every power, but many powers will talk about either an enhanced arsenal or an enhanced bionics effect. And depending on which stance you have active, some of the powers you have will get better and change their functionality. Now there's some powers such as suppressing fire, which doesn't talk about either stance, so both are perfectly capable of using it. You have some powers that only talk about the arsenal effect, and then you have some powers that only talk about the bionics effect. Then you have certain ones such as bionic shockwave, which will talk about both. So that power will modulate.
Oh, nice.
It'll modulate based on which stance you have, so each build can use it in a different way. My absolute favorite...
And that one, if you go back to that one, the arsenal effect of that one actually says when you use this power, it affects these other powers.
Right.
So he hits the ground, then your cooldowns reset for 2 different gun powers.
Gun powers, yep. So essentially he's using that too. He's using the time he buys by stunning all the enemies with this bionic shockwave.
And then he blows them all away.
To quickly reload his weapons and then blow them all away. Whereas with the enhanced bionics, it'll increase the critical and brutal chance of it and make this power a vulnerability applicator, which is important because
it's more of a layer kind of thing.
Right, and it makes him not needing to use the undersling grenade launcher for the vulnerability application if you wanted to do that. So normally the grenade launcher is his vulnerability source. And
but if you're playing a more melee-centric build, you would use the other guy.
You might want to use the shockwave.
I see what you did there.
So there's a lot of build path decisions to be made when playing Winter Soldier. The Bionic combat stance has some very nice features to it that I have to show them off.
I just saw you got a team buff just for using it.
Yes.
Hey, can you turn off your toggle?
Yes.
And now turn it back on when it turns back. The buff bar opened automatically as soon as it came
Oh,
on.
yep.
We finally got that in. That is huge.
I didn't notice the visual there when the Bionic arm turns on.
It actually
sparks up.
Sparks up.
Interesting. But my favorite thing in the world, I have to give a shout out to the Art of Raw for this suggestion. So I'm going to use this awesome knife throw animation because it's great.
I love it.
I love it so much.
Oh, I know what happens here.
So knife throw is one of those powers that talk about both stances. If you opt to enhance all of your guns and your weapons, then the knife has a serrated edge and will cause targets to bleed.
It's a bleed applicator.
Bleed applicator. And there we go.
Got a nice little dot.
They're bleeding. Now, if you have Bionic Combat enabled, the knife deals double damage, it travels twice as fast, and it has a cooldown. And the best part that isn't in the tooltip is he will switch arms and chuck it super fast.
Rocket fire it.
Rocket fire it out of his other hand.
Can we see that? Can we see that again? Boom!
Yeah, so he switches.
Awesome.
He switches it to his Bionic arm, charges it, and then just
goes,
launches it super fast.
That's awesome.
It's great. I love it.
That is one of my favorite moves now. It hits pretty. It's not too.
Yep.
Not too shabby either.
He does the same thing with Dispatch, where he'll flip his knife into his Bionic arm, and then slash really fast with that.
If you're in your other build, does he not do that?
He does not do that. He has a different animation that still does fancy knife moves, but he doesn't switch to his Bionic arm.
Oh, okay. So is that the one that's not currently working?
Yeah, that's the one that's not.
It's not playing the full.
Yeah, it's not playing the whole thing. What's the benefit from that? Oh, there is no benefit from that. It is just a bonus when using Bionics. So like the knife throw, it becomes a powerful cooldown to add to your rotation. Also, Dispatch is the same mechanics of Sniper Shot, so the melee build has the option to eliminate targets one by one while staying in stealth. So we made sure that mechanic was pervasive through all of his builds because it's so important to him.
You have full choice of how you can pick your flavor of Winter Soldier.
Yeah,
and you get kind of a banana split too. You can get a little bit different of what you got in the middle there.
Yeah, I know my build is going to be a mix of both. Yeah, we've made it so that there's so many different build paths with him. I think players will end up being surprised as what viability there is.
I'm very curious to see.
Yeah,
I'm very curious. He has so many mechanics. I think he's not what people would have expected, mechanically speaking.
Mm-hmm.
I think his power is like, he has the powers you would expect and hope him to have, for the most part. As far as he has the pillars of sweet guns, some sweet melee and stealth. Oh, is that a team stealth?
That is a team stealth. He is the latest in the applicators for the team stealth buff. I don't believe his signature has been arted yet, but we can just briefly talk about it. The FN Mark 13 from the Magnetic Mine Thrower from the Winter Soldier film. So I think let's see if it actually functions yet. Nope, it's still using the old stuff.
It still slides though.
It does slide, which
as long
is
as
nice.
it slides.
Yeah. This is all still using obviously Punisher visuals, so hopefully we'll get those soon.
You told me about the new. It uses a totally new kind of explosion.
Yep, a new explosion we haven't seen before. But the Magnetic Mine Thrower is a very potent extra activation. Kind of, you could compare it to maybe Rocket Raccoons, but it is a targeted AoE that will always go to the target point because it slides under everything.
So it doesn't have it's not a projectile that hits a target.
Right, so nothing can get away.
So it goes under their feet and hits the boss no matter what.
Under their feet, and you can totally use it on a car in Midtown and slide it under the car and blow it up. It actually works. It's amazing. I love it.
Especially when it has the new visuals.
Yeah, it's going to be like exactly
like a full-on take buster. Man, I really like that it slides under everybody.
Yeah.
I really like explosive blast for Cyclops.
Yeah, because it's directly to target point.
It's what I want to hit. We talked about this for Punisher as well. for the and the community knows about this for the most part, that his RPG we're giving the same treatment to, because in the new world he doesn't need to use it for single target. It can just be like, I want all those guys to explode.
Yeah.
And now I'm going to do that.
For the rocket
it's,
launcher.
yeah, it's the Quake effect of shoot the ground, don't shoot the target. That doesn't make any sense.
Yep.
Like,
you always shoot the ground with the rocket launcher. It does not just Quake, everything. Everyone knows.
I know, but the classic thing in Quake is like the side jump to the ground to hit two enemies at once. It's such a good imagery.
Do we want to take a look at the chat, see if there's questions, or move on to...
Sure. They want to see the old, obviously. The old, like we said, is in stage... You gave me a line about what Art said about the old today?
Yeah, so Art... The best thing ever is pretty much Art is going to keep working on it until he launches, because it looks amazing, and every day that goes by, it looks better and better and better.
Oh, I've already seen today it looks better than it does on here. Like, somebody was... one of the level designers was looking at it and was just like, this is really awesome.
Yeah.
And then our video guy was like, this is going to make it so easy to film a video for him.
Yeah.
Like,
he pretty much films himself.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I feel like I have to know. We should have done it before the stream, but I have to know now. Let's do it.
You going to try it?
I'm going to try it.
You're going to try it? Okay, so this is his ultimate.
Here we go. We don't know if the art is going to look correct. I think it is. I think it is. Here we go.
Don't take your hand off. So he comes into the screen. Now aim it.
Oh, yes.
So you get to... We just got an achievement. Targeted frustration for killing a target dummy. So you get to aim and pilot... You get to be the gunner of a Quinjet, an off-screen Quinjet. And it's obviously not fully finished, but you get to target everything on screen. Nothing stops you.
Again. That was much better than I thought it was going to be in this film.
It's better right now. I just saw it outside.
It's even better.
It has some extra juice.
So in case you missed that, a ladder comes in, he flies up past the camera screen and then drops into a gun turret on a Quinjet and starts shooting everything, and you can direct that to wherever you want to go. So, here we go. Nope, you know what?
Good.
I'm going to go over to this room and just blast this.
It is
all these dummies.
different.
Nope.
It's so unique. I love it so... Oh, we got to fix that.
Yep, we'll fix that.
Yeah. That is so good.
I love it. It's so good.
Oh my god, people are freaking out. I'm freaking out. Every time I see it, I keep standing behind people and just watching them use it. I saw somebody who was using it in our new raid.
Oh,
they were trying it out just in the environment, and they were just destroying everything. It's so good.
I love it so much.
It's so good. Wait till you guys see the raid environment. Holy crap!
I think this is one of, if not my favorite Ultimate of all time. And yes, someone called it out. Solid Snake from Super Smash Brothers.
Well, somebody else said Call of Duty perk. It's like the AC-130 from Call of Duty. It's classic. It is just such a I don't know. I feel like it's saying to us, how did we come to this? Weren't we stuck on it old for him for a while?
I think this came together pretty easily after after you said who the voice actor was.
Oh yeah.
It was David Hayter, and we got.
We should turn on the game sound for a minute, even if the.
I don't think it has any audio yet.
No, he does though. You can make him talk.
Oh, okay.
So you can do the. Well, let's see.
Nope, those are overridden.
Those are overridden. we can't make him talk. Maybe his /pose has dialogue. I actually do not know. Maybe or /show off.
Oh, that was terrible timing.
/show off. He says something. I don't know what he says. Tell us what he said, chat. Let's do it one more time so they can hear it clearer. This is David Hayter talking. Hopefully you can.
Are we sure it has voice?
Yeah, it should have voice. I could yell to the audio director next door and be like, does he have voice? But I know he does. I've been listening to his voice and he sounds amazing. Did you see the video with him?
Oh yeah,
it was so much
David
fun.
Hayter video.
It was so good. I
was jealous.
People say no sound. Turn up the thing a lot more. Let us know if it works this time. It should be working. I don't know why it would not be, but we don't ever use sound here. So.
Someone's about to inform us.
Somebody's about to inform us that sound is not working. All right.
It's okay.
I guess it doesn't work. It's not set up.
That's okay.
Somebody said, they're saying they can hear it and it's very low. Murder everything. Don't murder, just beat them.
This is...
All right, so we're going to try the voice one more time. We're going to wait for him to come back. We're going to turn it all the way up.
All the way up.
And zoom in when you do it.
Have my accomplishments go unnoticed.
We know.
Okay. Sound fail.
His voice. Oh, because his voice isn't mixed, so he's super low. He is very quiet right now. You have to
That's okay. Let's skip the audio.
Oh, I bet
they'll see it in TC
I
soon.
bet he has an option. I bet our options. I turned the voice down. Oh well. Yeah, he says my accomplishments go unnoticed.
Aw, that's so sad.
No.
Oh, I get it.
He
now.
means that's a good thing.
It's a good thing. It's true, and we yeah, I like that.
He's not down on himself. He's saying
Silent snake.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's silent. Okay, so his voice is not fully mixed yet. They're finishing it. Probably by Monday it'll be done. She usually finishes it on the weekend. Oh well. So let's turn off the game audio so that they don't hear all the bullets. Because
All the
a lot of them
bullets?
aren't finished. I heard the knife has a gun sound right now.
Yep, it does.
Yeah, it was
Yep.
like poof. I was like, whoa. Thank you guys sorry for you cannot hear him yet. So for Test Center, you guys are probably wondering, when is he going to be on Test Center? We have a lot of time to kill. It is so
Probably,
early.
I guess.
Yeah.
got
When is he going to
plenty
be
of
on
time.
Test Center? He will not be on Test Center today after all. We are planning to put him on tomorrow due to the Mr. Cow issue we have to patch. for the
Catastrophe.
event. The catastrophe that we had today.
That was fun.
So he will not be on. Yeah, it was quick. We had a good plan, and it seems like it's working out. I actually don't know. I haven't because I'm in here.
We should. I see people asking the questions. We should probably confirm for people that is not a new playable character. It is not just released early.
No.
That is not at all what
Yeah,
happened.
that is strictly for the event.
It's developer only spoilers.
It will be fixed soon. We should have something up on Test Center for that fix, and then Winter Soldier will be on hopefully on Test Center tomorrow morning.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why I said you might be able to fix some of those issues, like maybe playing the knife thing.
Yeah.
If that's fixable, I don't know.
It should
I
be.
don't know what that
I think
is.
it's already fixed. I think it's
Where
just
does
a
most
little
of
build behind.
Where does most of his damage fall? I think it's physical, right?
He is 100% physical. I think.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, I think so. Oh, we did have one energy currently, but we were debated on them whether or not we were keeping that. The EMP.
Oh.
That's great. We were still decided on that. Perhaps the community could help us solve that. We'll see.
I have opinions, but I won't share them.
We historically have made not one power energy. It's a little. It's just too hard to itemize
It's
for.
yucky.
Yeah. More than likely, we'll be end up at full physical.
Somebody asked if it looks like any scimitar melee moves will be added to Cable's review. There better be.
There definitely
There
is.
better be. Scimitar, and his name is Scimitar. Scimitar? I guess it's
I
Scimitar.
think it's scimitar.
I mean, I know it's spelled that way, but I always pronounce it Scimitar because I got what the joke they were trying to make, even though it's a spear. So that's weird.
Yeah, it's
That's my favorite thing. Marvel's Capcom. The
Oh, yeah,
It's like
yeah.
a Shoryuken is
like 5-hit uppercut.
Yeah, it's a diagonal. I guess I probably told you before. I have a Marvel's Capcom 2 cabinet back at my parents'
Yeah.
house. I got to bring it up here.
You should
just bring
put
it to the office.
The office, yeah.
That's my dream. What else can we talk about? Punisher doesn't have any visuals, does he?
Punisher has nothing we can spoil.
As far
on
as
today's
that's hooked
stream.
up.
Yeah.
Like I know he has visuals, obviously.
I can say I saw the battle van for the first time today, in game, being used, and it's amazing.
Does it have a flamethrower?
It has everything. It has everything you ever wanted
Does
the
the
battle van
flames
to
come
be.
out of the tailpipes?
Nothing comes out of anything yet,
Oh, yeah.
but it's all there. The model's there. It's in game.
That thing has been a bear, as
It was-
Ben would say, to
it
get
was-
working right.
It was huge. I know he.
Well, because it doesn't just have one form, right? Like, doesn't it open up? I know they modeled it crazy, like in two different ways.
I saw the model for it, and I don't even know that we were using all the stuff they modeled. Like, it's got side doors that open up. It's got like a turret on the top and stuff in the front. It's crazy.
We went a little overboard. Doomsaw showed a silhouette before of everything I expanded.
He's going to be competing with
I'm so
Winter
excited.
Soldier's Ultimate for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Can you imagine just both of those playing at the same time? When somebody
in
goes,
the van.
someone goes in the van and someone takes the air support with Winter Soldier.
That is going to be my next raid. Is just them. It's going to be Punisher. I almost forgot his name in the Omega Effect costume as basically Snake, and he is so badass. So yeah, I am so excited for Punishers as well.
Oh,
These two guys.
I wouldn't mind
So
talking
good.
about that real quick.
What do we talk about?
Captain America.
What about him?
Oh, yeah.
You can show.
Yeah, we can show.
We can talk about Captain America.
Yeah.
He's like ready to go to play for
Yeah,
feedback.
he's-
Some bugs, I think, maybe. We've been getting good internal testing. Good old you and the Captain making it happen.
And just like the.
Nice.
Yep,
Since we're on the
Since we're on the
Nice.
travel power kick here, We gave Captain America his on your left from the movie.
So you can get around
Get
in
around.
style.
You can still charge around if you want.
That's
but,
your thing.
But I like on your left. I like the sprint.
I can't wait for Winter Soldier and Punisher, especially to have a sprint.
I
Because
remember,
I've been rolling as Punisher since beta, and I'm sick of it.
Yeah.
Frankly, I want to run.
we're gonna run,
I want to sprint.
and you'll sprint with different weapons,
Yeah.
carrying in the pistol and all that.
I want to carry the Magnum.
So Captain America's update is pretty straightforward. This was not a level 52 review. This was just a design update to clean up some of his mechanics, get his damage up into a little bit of a modern place.
Yep.
Good word for that. You'll notice his toggled shouts are now gone. Those weren't really doing a whole lot for this kit, so we decided to migrate them into his other passives. So he has 3 passives in total. Patriotic Soldier. This is his Super Soldier Serum. Players have been asking for that to be represented flavorfully in a passive for a long time, and I was very happy to see that we were able to do that.
He's finally got health regen.
Finally has health regen, yes.
Thank you.
Health regen.
I've been bothering MichaelMayhem about that for like 6 months.
Yep.
Like, hey man, you gave Taskmaster health regen.
Yep. Indestructible Shield is still here, still great, still an amazing power. The active effect is even better than it was before. It used to give 60% damage negation, and it made all attacks be considered blocked, so his other mechanics would trigger, and now it's just 100% block chance.
For 3 seconds
3
right
seconds, yep. 100% block chance.
So you're just like, hey, what's good?
That's good.
For 3
I mean,
seconds at a time.
well, everyone, like, Captain America is the guy for this.
Yeah,
Like,
that's-
hey, Sody, what's up?
I feel like,
Nope.
Nope, please don't kill my face. I'm Captain America. I've been taking hits from the Hulk and much worse, and Thanos and everybody else.
Yep. What we did with his cooldown reduction mechanics is probably the key element to his kit that we decided to update.
Yes.
Yes. So before Cap was a hero who players needed to monitor their skill bar in order to really effectively play them, or
Yep.
just kind of mash the keys and hope things worked. And either way of that was not all as satisfying as we had hoped long ago. What, January of last year, I think it was. I think
That
so.
was Hawkeye, yeah. So
Yeah.
January, and Cap and Hawkeye was January.
Yeah.
It was a very busy month, I remember.
Yeah, definitely.
1 year ago. Wow. It's an
Yes.
anniversary.
So what we've done now is we've kept the on-block mechanics, but we've simplified his cooldown reduction into a more manageable state. And to do so, we brought back what players from long ago may remember as shield points. An old
Still
secondary.
makes no sense for me,
yeah.
to me, the name.
An old secondary resource that Cap had. We've reflavored it. We've brought it back as
Restructured it quite a bit, too.
Yes, as Super Soldier Serum. And it's very simple to use. As it builds up these points, and anytime you use a cooldown power, it'll spend a point to cut that cooldown by 4 seconds.
So how do you build it up? Blocking?
You build it up by blocking.
Okay.
You can build it by hitting with Heroic Charge,
Okay.
Vibranium Bash,
Okay.
as well as a new Leaping Strike, newly animated, inspired by the Winter Soldier movie. It's still in progress, so I don't know if I want to show it off. But it's pretty. Not Winter Soldier. The original Captain America movie.
Oh, First Avenger.
First Avenger.
I was confused. I was like, I feel like we already got that one in there. Let's see. We can see what its in progress looks like.
Okay.
We're going to see it on Test Center anyway.
It was the Batroc finisher kick. I want a target to use it on because it looks better with the
I think
target.
you might have. I'm going to say murdered the targeting dummies.
did. Wow.
You can go use the DPS dummy.
Let's do that.
Because yeah, you Winter Soldier ultimated them.
So the Batroc finisher kick, as seen
Boom.
in the movie.
So that's the new
The new Leaping Strike.
leaping strike. So it's not the punch anymore. It's
Right.
more. It's targeted.
The punch was a little bit tweaked, and we replaced the old shield bash shield bonk with that
Boom.
old animation,
Okay,
which is
cool.
much more fitting for that big, heavy impact
And
power.
so it won't. It hopefully won't have the. I know it had targeting problems in the past. So it should
Yes, targeting
that.
problem should be completely gone. There's also a new mechanic with shield expertise. This was very much community inspired. This is now a toggle power that, while it's toggled off, it'll give shield toss and shield bounce a bleed effect when they hit. And when it's toggled on, it'll give both of those powers immense damage bonuses and a cooldown. So we've always had this this kind of 50-50 torn aspect in the Cap community of whether or not they wanted to throw their shield all the time and had that be a fun extra layer that they got, or if they wanted it to hit really hard to use on like elites and big enemies. And so we decided, why not give both?
So shield toss is the big boy hit in that world, and the bounce is...
No, it's actually based on whether or not you toggle the power on.
Oh,
so
okay.
Your choice whether or not you want shield toss and shield bounce to be a damage over time layer or a cooldown layer.
Nice.
And either one, I mean, shield throwing is so integral to Captain America's character that we definitely wanted that to be part of his builds.
Right.
Probably the biggest request of all, Fighting Spirit has been altered. It is now it is renovated and it has a damage packet. Deals a ton of damage.
Yay!
Yay!
So, but what does it look like? Tell us how does he do a damage packet with just a star above his head?
Yeah, no. Let's take a look. Let's just take a look at it.
Do you remember the planes when this had planes above it? You might not.
No,
might be before
for
your
my time.
Yes.
We did retain, just so everybody is aware, the spirit return and the buff effect. So ultimately, it's pretty much the same. All we did was we did end up removing the automatically turning on all 3 team buffs because he can do that all the time now because he's Captain America.
They're in his passives.
They're directly in his
He's
passive.
the greatest leader ever.
Yeah.
Sorry, Cyclops.
He always has. Well, Cyclops says it too.
Shh.
He has 3 team powers as well.
They're almost as good as each other.
But the old Captain America players, the veterans, may remember the old airborne assault animation, which we revived.
Boom.
Was a little bit.
I like the stars back. That's so cool how it comes in when you hit
Star is still there. What? Yeah, so
boom. So that's his new sig.
New sig.
So it deals damage. It does all the fun buff effects as before. Obviously, you have no points in it, so it deals like
it's rank 4 right now.
It looks like it's actually not doing the damage that is listed on the tooltip, so you might want to...
Oh, yeah. Just look into that. Oh, it's because it's the raid dummy. That's why.
He's a way higher level.
And what was the last thing about this? Oh, the cooldown. The cooldown before was, I believe, 45 seconds, and it is now 30, I believe. So you can use it a lot more often to get your spirit back and clear a bunch of enemies at the same time.
So it's kind of bringing back what the original power was, but making it better.
Yep, it's bringing it back and making it more of a spectacle.
Right.
And between,
I love the star.
Yeah, the star is amazing. I'm glad
it's such a cool pop. Yeah, I like. As somebody said, I like when it appears when the shield hits. So good.
So that's kind of the Captain America rework in a nutshell. It's just cleaning up cooldown mechanics, making you not need to look at your bar anymore, and giving him a really awesome signature, and cleaning up his passives.
And a travel power.
Very important.
And a sweet flipping front flip kick.
Yep.
In the face.
Bam.
Boom. I love that. It's so good. So what else do we have?
Oh, we have all these spoilers. Things to talk about.
We have some spoilers.
We have all these
time?
things.
What time is it?
I don't know.
I do not know what time it is.
4:42.
4:42. We can start some spoilers.
All right. Let's start with.
What do I want to talk about? Well, this isn't a spoiler. So if you guys aren't aware, we are doing a special event right now, which is the catastrophe. In game right now, you can buy the bovine portals and Bovenheim portals for cheaper. Just logging in gives you some, which is already awesome.
Great.
You get a daily gift of them, one of each. The loot there is insanely buffed. There are special new uniques that are permanent that you receive from the Cow King, Commander Brevik.
Oh, they're great too. I saw them earlier. They're really
insane.
The puns are real.
It's super insanely punny. But we are also letting you play with Mr. Cow King himself, David Brevik, tomorrow, as you can see, the Cow King, and as we have here, the Cow King. So he will be able to run around with his giant spear. And does he have any other weapons?
He looks like he does. He has the scroll gun.
So he has the sweet, totally normal scroll pistol.
No, totally normal.
Totally normal. So he has range. He's a hybrid character.
He's a hybrid.
He has his dash. I love the dash. So what the heck was that?
Spear poke.
He just pokes you.
He just pokes you.
I've never even noticed that animation. Oh, nice. I love that one.
That is only the regular melee cows do that.
Oh, they poke
the
you.
king is too good for that.
Yeah.
And on the boss.
He can now do what he pleases.
Yep.
So I love the poke. So he'll be able to run around and absolutely destroy everything. He's insanely powerful. So you should team up with him if you can.
Definitely.
Because he also has the coolest ultimate in the game.
He does. He has the best ultimate.
Yes, more cowbell with a what is it? A 0.5 second cooldown? That's not real. It's 5 seconds, right? That's
it's like 5 seconds.
That's the cheap
Yeah,
cooldown.
this is cheated currently, but just to show the real one, just so players know.
So it's a 5-second cooldown, and when she gives you 50% XP, 100% Riff and Sif, and plus 50 credits for an hour.
And
so
he
gives you a boost.
He gives you a free boost.
One of the every 4 boosts.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah.
It's a
Really,
very
credit
very
fine
good
is
boost.
actually higher than our default, but maybe it's not.
He's the Cow King, man.
He's the Cow King. He hooks you up. So he can also use it in hubs.
Yep, he will be walking around hubs, buffing the entire hub.
So if you want to get hooked up by the Cow King, you have to, you'll send him a tell between, go back to the asset, please. 8 a.m. and 10 a.m. tomorrow PST, which is West Coast time if you're American, and if not, you should use every time zone because that is a great website. And 3 to 7 p.m. PST. So he's basically going to be marathoning. He's taking a short break in the middle, and oh my gosh, this is going to be ridiculous.
Yeah.
I hope I can get in a party with him at least for a brief period.
I know he'll also be streaming, I think.
Yeah, he'll be streaming on our channel. So make sure you're following now. Make sure you subscribe to the Marvel Heroes channel. He'll be here tomorrow. He'll be here basically all day. And hopefully you can jump on with him. If you need to figure out where he is, you can probably bug him in chat and or just try to party up with him or send him a tell in game. This is going to be ridiculous. Somebody asked why would we go through all that trouble to make a hero for one guy? Because all the work was done. And because it's David Brevik.
The answer is it's David. When the Cow King comes asking, you don't say no.
He did come asking. It was all this is all his idea. I have to give him full credit. I know he's in chat. He came, he was like, "Can I play as the Cow King?" And I was like, "I think we could do that." And I came to Mike and I was like, "Could we make the Cow King like with his normal powers?" He's like, "Oh yeah."
Yep. It was like it was recent too, and I was like, I'm just gonna set aside a Friday and just make Cow King playable.
Make Cow King.
Just make the Cow King playable.
It was funny, like we needed one piece of engineering, and it was like, that'll take 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, we already did that for another feature in the game.
Yep.
That's the beautiful thing about having a mature game, not in content, but a mature development, is that you have you can feed off of it.
All these tools to
you
work
have tools and be like, oh, well, that is just like this other thing. It's great. So thank you, Goofus, for doing the engineering for us, and also fixing the bug in which people are playing as him right now, but we will not talk about that.
Oops.
We had another catastrophe. What is the aura?
That is the buff that you get from
it actually has cowbells?
It actually has cowbells.
Did somebody custom make that for him?
Nope. This is fun fact. A lot of people don't know this, but if you go to the Cow King as a rogue, you get a version of this exact power.
Oh, the more cowbell. I didn't realize we already did anything for it.
Yep, we did.
That's awesome.
Yep.
That makes sense.
It's great.
Not Brevik. The Brevik. It is the Brevik.
The Brevik.
The Brevik.
The boss man.
We cannot. For the Winter Soldier movie costume, we do not have it on this build, unfortunately. It's a complicated thing where basically if a costume is not fully ready, we don't set it to be cooked into the build. So this internal build that we are using is not the one we use at our desks. This is a cooked build, so it has better performance for a live stream. Whereas the one at our desk, we're running directly off of our hard drive with our own personal server. And so it cooks everything for us, and we can have any costumes we want. It's all fun and games. That's how we take screenshots. But you can see a really nice, the high-res version of it on the Marvel Heroes website because Winter Soldier is available for pre-sale. I don't know if we do have it. Actually, we have it in the promo. Let's bring it up.
Look at that. Boom.
So that is the Winter Soldier movie costume right there. So yeah, you're there, and then his normal costume. Sorry, I got confused because I misread something on our piece of paper here. So you got his default costume on the left, which we're calling Longest Winter, based on the storyline, which is when after he dropped the mantle of Cap, which he refers to in his dialogue. And gave it back to Steve. There was a pretty awesome story called The Longest Winter by Brew Baker, and we based our costume on the covers from that, which were awesome. And then, of course, the Winter Soldier movie costume with mask. Some people might want to know. We've had a lot of questions if there will be a maskless one, and I guess you'll have to wait and see.
I personally would like a mask, but no goggles. See, plenty of variants you could have here.
Then he doesn't have the makeup, too, because he doesn't have the domino mask in that. I know that because of my Hot Toys figure.
Oh.
Because the figure you can... So if you... so for that model, the movie model, our artist, Space Zero X, he now has a form name, I can refer to him, painstakingly spent like a week and a half getting every detail perfectly. I think it was like a week and a half, using my Hot Toys figure.
Nice.
So like the bottom of his boots match exactly to the film costume. Because my friend who does the approvals for Hot Toys figures sends them every friggin' detail you could possibly imagine.
Very good.
It is pretty awesome.
I remember seeing all the...
It was the best research I've ever bought.
I remember even you can even see it on the pre-sale image here. How incredibly, this is one thing I'm always impressed with our art team, is how incredibly detailed his weapons are. Like every little accent on the M4A1 on the movie costume here, it's just so detailed. I love it.
Right, it's on both costumes, I might add.
Oh, of course.
It's just you can see it in this image.
Yes.
You got the scorpion. I love the shiny arm. It really, oh yeah, the one on the right. I like the more blocky one from the film as well.
Mhm.
Because the one on
the thicker one.
It's more thick. It looks more. I guess realistic would be the word,
Mhm.
and that it's less comical. It's less comic booky. Let's switch off of Brevik, and they've already seen Brevik.
Go back to one.
So we have one more thing to show off to tease, which I've teased very recently. Don't go there yet.
We actually have this, whatever this is.
Oh, yeah, that. So just so you know, this is catastrophe. Oh, we even got the sticker on there. So bosses can summon cows. There's an ICP wave of cows. Cow King Brevik. You get a mini cow pet if you log in tomorrow. He is insanely cute. Don't tell him that. We have the new uniques that we already talked about. The buff loot. So I guess that's everything covered. I really like that the asset here, the background behind the text, is cow print.
That's so clever.
That is so. I love it. So yeah, I like how Doom is there too. Just chilling.
He's just chilling.
He's gonna be summoning cows. He's bringing the onslaught of cows. Will David Brevik voice the cow? Someone asked. Actually, technically yes, because the voice of the cow features many developers.
Mm.
You weren't here for that, were you?
No, I was
It was before your time.
Before my time, but I've recognized some of them. Like
Really?
after hearing because when you play with Brevik, he
Oh,
will
he makes all the
he will be
moves.
constantly be mooing. But I swear I recognized a couple of them.
I'm curious to see. I'd love to go through the files and figure out if somebody said Brevik was insanely cute. I did not say that. The cow pet. It's not the Cow King pet. The Cow King specifically has Brevik's hair and glasses. Yes, I guess it's not a he because it's a cow, not a bull. So they're all female. Well, they're also Skrulls, so it doesn't matter.
No, they're all skulls are
They're Skrulls turned into cows, but walking.
yeah.
Right.
So technically, could be anything.
Well, Skrulls can be
Skull.
anything too.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they can change gender. They're
Mhm.
full shapeshifters.
Full.
Like Zavin from Runaways, who you don't know about.
Nope, no
But,
idea.
She is a really good character.
I love how you struggled to say
because,
like.
Well,
he,
originally
she.
he was male,
Huh.
and then he
Interesting.
turned female.
Marvel has a tendency to do that with a lot of characters. It seems.
No,
No.
this one literally turned into a different person.
Ah, okay.
This is a scroll. Not like there was a new version, if that makes sense. It wasn't like a retcon. It was like, I'm now female.
No.
It was awesome.
Fair enough.
It was, yeah. That's one of my favorite characters, actually. I love Runaways. A lot of people love Runaways. We need more Runaways in our game besides Old Lace.
I love Moobot. When did we get Moobot?
We always use Moobot.
Trying to make sense. I've never noticed Moobot before. Thought I was new to the cow thing.
Oh,
that we're doing this week.
Moobot. Haha. I'm so cowed out. We have one more thing, so don't click it yet. Don't click it. So the last thing to talk about, to show off today, is something I teased very recently in my Team Up article, my little Team Up teaser that Michael may help me with. We got to work on that. We got to do one for today.
Oh, yeah.
Right after this, let's talk about what we're going to talk about, and you can help me.
We can talk about it
spin
now
it
if
up.
we want. Okay. Yeah. No. Okay.
You can talk about what the concept is if you want. If you know exactly what subject we should talk about next.
Let's not do that.
Okay.
Because we'll talk about.
Because there's
it
like
more.
5 things to talk about,
Yeah,
and I
it's-
don't know which one to pick.
Team
I
ups are getting
started
so
one
many.
I wrote 3 articles last night, basically 3 starts, and then I was like, I'm just gonna wait to talk to MichaelMayhem tomorrow and finish it tomorrow.
Let's just say team ups are going to be great. They're going to be amazing. I cannot wait for them to hit
I'm
live.
so
There's all these revamps that are happening, and it's all going to happen in
And new features, new
Yeah.
systems, new items.
everything about that system is getting upgraded.
It's basically we're trying to do what not only we but fans always wanted for the team up system
Right.
in every way, like every aspect of what we wanted and what players have wanted.
Yeah, they're going. I highly suspect that once this feature comes out, there will become just as many build pages on the forums for individual heroes as there are team ups. Like there will.
I'm into that.
Yeah, there will be.
Especially because we put out a team up at least once a month.
Right, so they'll be like right underneath the Winter Soldier. Like here's the best Midtown farming build, or here's the best raid build. Like underneath of that, it's like, oh, by the way, there's like 5 or 6 team ups that are good, and there's like 2 or 3 builds
So
each that you
have,
might be able
you
to
can have
go
Winter
with.
Soldier team up with Falcon.
Falcon, yeah.
Which is going to be weird because they fight in the movie. So the team up, I'm really excited. One of the team ups. Have you seen the lists? Oh, man.
Oh yeah, I've seen your list.
Oh, the list is good.
Te-
I'm gonna take some credit for it.
There's a reason why we're doing all these upgrades. We made team ups pretty star feature of 2015.
Yeah, they're one of them. We have some other really big features. We'll
There's
talk.
so
We'll get
many.
there. We'll get
So
there.
many.
So
This is
one
gonna be a
of the
great
ones
year.
I'm really excited to play. I'm very excited. And to use is Spider-Gwen from as featured in Spider-Verse. This is actually a not totally final model. The art director Lord wanted me to let you know her shoes are too colorful. They just really pop. They're comic accurate. They just pop too much.
Really, she has teal shoes.
Yeah, like that is exactly what they look like. It's just that in game they are like, it's like she's wearing giant neon signs.
Huh? I've only ever seen that cover with her in like the pose that you spoiled. So I've seen the shoes.
So Spider-Gwen is coming, and I am so freaking excited. She'll be a team up, and maybe that we have other plans for her. I want to talk about that more later. And so you'll be able to have Spidey hang out with Spider-Gwen and beat up. You can't fight Moreland, so you can't really reenact Spider-Verse, but that's not really important.
Maybe someday.
Maybe someday. This is not even the craziest team up in this pack.
This is not even close.
But it's one of the coolest ones. It's one of them that I'm really excited about, but holy crap, there's something for everybody in this pack. We have Avengers, Spidey, and X-Men really well represented in this pack.
Yeah.
So it is not just nobody's running the show.
Yeah.
It's got a good spread. And it's pack. I should say upcoming.
Upcoming.
Pack. I've already teased there's a pack. We're having an announcement of something next week. Something.
It's very exciting.
I'm very excited. You haven't seen the assets yet, probably, but I'm so excited.
I've seen most. I've been keeping an eye on it. They're looking to be, like I said, they're looking to be the state of which people will almost compare them the same as team ups as they do actual playable heroes.
Right.
Which is great. That's what we've always wanted. We've wanted that for so long.
Is there any questions you wanted to answer that you saw from my article that you don't think necessarily, because some of the questions did not have maybe able to be we could drop them in a future preview, but they're going to be the subject of one. So if there are any you can think of like that were really good questions, like I saw one about you continue. You go ahead for it.
Sure.
You read the whole thread too.
Yep, I've been
We've been
monitoring
keeping an
that
eye
thread.
on you.
The one that I'll answer, we'll answer more in the next article, but I think the biggest one I want to answer is that there was some concern about players who do not want to team up, and they do like the system kind of prioritized as it is now to just be in away bonuses. And
yeah, people were concerned they were going to lose their away passive.
That is not
true at all.
Not the case. We have built skill trees for every single team up to support every playstyle. So there are, believe it or not, there's actually multiple builds for somebody who doesn't want to use their team up. So in certain cases, you might actually spec your Falcon, like you and I both might use Falcon just for his passive benefits, but we might have 2 different builds for him.
Right. We talked about in the preview. We talked about we put a really good example in of Beta Ray Bill.
Right, with the lightning barrage.
Yeah, he has an active power, and it prerequisites into an away power, and you put the points into the active power to get damage, and the away power is what procs it while he's away, so it still fully affects you, and the damage is fully based on that. And then later down the tree, you get a thing to leave a hotspot when he does either one of those. Either he's out or he's away.
What we didn't talk about with Beta Ray Bill is that there are 3 other options in his skill trees that are very similar to that. And that's too many at the current state for you to be able to max out in a single build. So you and I would have to make choices, like perhaps I like the other power, so that's what I use.
So maybe you don't want a hotspot, for instance.
Right, maybe I don't think the hotspot is worthwhile compared to the other options, but you do. And we could differentiate our builds just in the away passive version of the team-ups. Not to mention all the builds that exist for when you're actually summoning them. And we're actually encouraging all 3 to be very, very viable, very comparable choices. And we want to make sure that having the team-up out is just as good, if not better in most cases, in some cases, than having them on away passes.
Right.
What we're going for essentially is kind of driving it by content. We want some of the hardest content that's 10 man that has a lot of people on the screen. We don't really get to enjoy that team up
anyway, because
yeah,
so
you're
much
not-
is going on, and yeah.
Yeah, there's so much going on. You can't really enjoy them. The camera's pulled out in most of those encounters anyway,
Right.
and you don't get that satisfaction of doing it. Those players, the players that are like focused on the raid, or those types of encounters, they may gravitate more towards the away benefits and kind of build similarly to how they have now.
Right.
Whereas somebody who might want a tank or a support for cosmic terminals or something
So
that
cosmic terminals, which is really important to note,
Right.
Because most people feel they're not currently viable there either.
they definitely will be.
So
We
that
definitely
is
want them
a big
to.
change. It's a big paradigm shift.
Yeah, we definitely want them to be used in pretty much any solo viable content, I guess is a good way to put it. Like group content, perhaps some, but not all. But definitely all solo content.
That's fair.
And we'll be answering more of your questions in the future posts.
I'm very
So keep an
excited.
eye out though for those.
What else?
Should we take some questions?
My beard is ridiculous right now. Sin just pointed it out. It is getting cut and shaven soon. I'm getting a haircut. It is ridiculous. What else? Oh yeah. So also talking about new stuff. Wiccan came out today.
Wiccan?
Do you know who voices Wiccan? Have you heard his voice? It's awesome. I teased it.
I don't.
I mentioned it on the forum the other day. It's freaking Kyle Hebert, aka Ryu.
What?
It's
That's
so good.
awesome.
It's so good. I think I saw him when I was recording. I went to a chili place called like Chili Joe's in Burbank, and Kyle Hebert was there, and I didn't realize it until I walked out. I was like, oh yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, that's why that guy seems so familiar.
That's awesome.
So,
I really love Wiccan because it set a not a precedent because we're not always going to do this, but it set a really interesting tone for enhanced costumes. Where all of Wiccan's visual effects have been overridden to a different color, in addition
they're
to
blue.
all of his icons.
Mhm.
So the last time we did this was with Nova, with the Richard Rider.
Although Spider-Girl, Mayday Parker just got new icons too to show anywhere Spider-Man showed up, she shows up instead.
Right.
So in general, if a face of a character shows up, we're going to go back and change things. Or a weapon maybe is super different.
Right,
Like Beta Ray Bill will have his own icons now.
Right. We're trying to make sure that when you opt for one of those enhanced costumes, that you feel like it's that character shifting, not just a skin of Thor is Beta Ray Bill, but you actually switch to Beta Ray Bill in every aspect of the game.
Except stats. Because
Sure, but imagery.
visually.
You're not still using an icon that looks like Thor when you're playing Beta.
Apparently, that makes sense. I am really excited about Wiccan. I think I'm going to play him this weekend. He's so cool. Like his effects are cool. He's funny.
He's gonna be great.
He's really funny too. So he's out in the store right now. Punisher. I wish we had the
many
Art of Raw here.
Punishers.
He's the Punisher guy.
Yeah, I have a feeling he just ducked out because he knew we were streaming and we were going to pull him in.
He had
No.
like a family
He did.
emergency.
He did.
So that's not actually funny. No, I'm kidding. So everything's okay.
Everything's okay. Everything's fine.
So he will have to. I'll have to get him on when we get closer to Punisher to really, before he hits Test Center, just like Winter Soldier, really go through and talk about the mechanics of why we made the choices. And I feel like doing this really informs the feedback more.
It does.
Like instead of just like, here you go, like
Yeah.
here's everything. It's like kind of like, oh, this is why we did this. This is what the intention is. If you don't feel it works, let us know tomorrow. Let us know when you're playing it.
Exactly, and the
Okay.
same thing for Winter Soldier. We're definitely very interested to hear the feedback.
Yeah, he's different. He's definitely different, as we kind of showed off.
Very different. Do we have an idea of when that is going up?
Winter Soldier.
Yes.
I mentioned earlier it will almost definitely not be tonight because of the catastrophe.
Catastrophe, yes.
We need another build to fix some issues. But we are hoping for tomorrow. Hoping. If not tomorrow, something does not work for some reason, work out, we will have him on Monday.
Do I have time to talk about something?
Sure, talk about anything you want.
We haven't talked about this at all. It slipped my mind. We had a small little series of updates to X23.
Oh,
yeah.
The one I even talked about it last week.
Exactly. It's not
We
much.
need feedback on that. Totally. Yeah.
Yes, we should make a thread on that. So I'll just go over a couple minor details on that. Her signature controls have changed a little bit to where you can use it against a single target more fluidly by mousing over the target and then holding the button, and she will jump back and forth across the target. So her signature should be much easier to use. We've also changed her bleed mechanics to no longer talk to her basic attack, but instead to scale the bleed effect based on the ranks and the power applied the bleed.
So you're not applying two things. You're not applying points in two places.
Correct. They still all talk to each other and stack up to 3 times, but now it doesn't matter which application source you used to apply the bleed.
Quality of life. That
Quality
is a
of
quality
life. Yes.
thing.
That mechanic didn't end up working out, so we just we ended up giving the build options.
That really helps the movement build, especially.
Yes.
Because it doesn't have to use a power from the other build.
Movement build also got some wrath cost reductions on a couple of powers to try to make that a bit more
that's another
viable.
big piece of feedback that we get all the time.
Yep. So there, all in all, there's some X23 changes. There will be patch notes on them on Test Center, and we'd like to know your feedback.
Let us know. I'm very excited. Anything else? Is there anything else? We've hit our 1 hour.
We've gone over our 1 hour.
We've gone over our 1 hour. We've shared some cool stuff. But I think we're pretty much out of things to share. Is there questions?
I'm looking for questions, but I don't see any that are screaming out to me.
Kodan wants to play the Cow King. Sorry, Kodan. No Cow King. Superior Iron Man. We actually had a meeting about that this morning when he's coming out. I'll let you know. Any chance for a Spider-Man Venom costume? I don't know what that means.
Neither do I. I was
Seems
hoping
like
you.
a good question.
I was hoping you would give me insight.
Somebody asked about Superior Iron Man news. He is the same voice actor. We are getting the same voice actor with different dialogue. And he's a total jerk. As he should be. I should tell you about that. That's ridiculous. Where can I buy a gazillion sweatshirt? You have to work here. What else? So I think that's it. I think
that's a wrap up for today.
somebody said, will Superior Iron Man have a faceplate or no? That is an internal debate. We might just do both. Because we can't decide.
Well, that would be the first maskless Iron Man, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Wow.
Have you seen it in comics? The
I
one?
have. Yep.
So that faceplate, he has a faceplate when he doesn't have one. It's invisible.
Oh, so
So somebody shoots him in the face because they're like, haha, you're not wearing armor, you idiot. And they shoot him in the face, it does not go up to that guy. Let's just say that.
So it's just like a
he's
hologram of a
vain as
mask.
hell, and yes, it is see-through material, and I have to see-through alloy so he can have his hair and his face show, and it's awesome. And
Nice.
He's a total jerk, and he
seems-
actually makes me kind of uncomfortable to read,
That
but I
seems-
really like that aspect of his costume.
That seems very much like Access Tony. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good fit. Speaking of Axis, we have a big Axis thing that is... I just saw the fight for the first time, the big fight.
The big fight.
When the camera moves, it like blew my mind.
Yeah.
It was nothing like anything in our game.
You will never see anything like this up until the release of. Did we announce who it actually is?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Was it-
yeah, the actual Axis grade, the onslaught fight is just.
It's nutty.
It's crazy.
It's full on
Yeah,
nutty.
It's actually the same experience as when you first fought Soda, and the camera goes. Whoop, a brand new experience, but
Yeah.
we're trying to get
the
that.
camera does a thing, and when the camera does the thing, it blew my mind. I was like, whoa, like that's not in our game usually.
Yep.
Like that is so different.
I definitely want to. I hope that our future raids continue on this pattern of kind of a. How can we break our own game and make it in a way that we've never done before?
How can we change something completely, like, especially changing
the rules?
something? Yeah, a rule, like a core rule. So I think that is totally everything. Oh, can we show the new load screen? Have you seen the freaking login screen?
I have not.
Let's see if it works before we switch over to that camera. I teased it, and since we're not having TC today, I will really want to spoil it. Oh yeah, go to it.
Hey, there we go.
Boom.
That is gorgeous.
So you have the man on the wall there. I don't think it's finished. The lighting has to be finalized with him because he's kind of sunny right now. But we are featuring Mr. Winter Soldier hanging out on top of the roof, just overseeing everything. This is awesome. I hope we can do this more. I'm gonna go beg our art director to do this more often. This is one of my favorite things that we've. This is so. I don't know. It just like. I don't know. It makes me really excited.
It made me. It reminded me of actually the first appearance of him in the movie. I know he was not a good guy then as he is now,
He's definitely not
but
a good guy.
his sniping on the wall.
Oh yeah, exactly. Something I would love.
Catching Winter Soldier.
I'm going to
Sure,
ask
that's
if we
capture.
can do this. I don't know if we can. I assume this takes a long time, so we did it for him because it fits really well. But can you imagine if, like, in the future, even if we do it once every 2 heroes, like Iceman slides by?
Oh yeah.
And it's just like, what? Like, what was that? Like, I would freak out. Oh, that was a really good question. I don't know if you want to. Oh no, we can't answer that. We don't have an answer for that one.
got your login hacked for life. It's my internal account only. You can't access it. It's only for my dev
Oh yeah,
account.
that's not even your real account.
Nope.
Uh,
And it's
boom.
only on this internal
you,
server.
You should delete what's in there though. No, not that part.
This?
Yeah, that's your.
Okay. No, it's not. It's not.
It's
actually.
it's not
No,
actually.
it's my internal one only. I only use it here.
Oh, that makes sense.
So that's not. It doesn't have anything on the live account.
Oh, right, because internally we have like a million different
Yeah.
servers.
I have my
yeah,
own
I have
private
one that's
dev
like
account.
at the Amazing Society. and
Yeah,
stuff.
exactly.
Yeah, I just use a ton of our internal names.
Yeah, no.
That makes sense because you're not
I'm
you
thinking
don't-
ahead.
Yes. Yeah, I realize the syntax is all wrong too, so that
Mhm.
makes perfect sense. Smart guy. So what else? Do we have anything else? I think that's it for the day. We talked about team ups, Cap, Winter Soldier, a little bit of Punisher. Is there anything big you know on Punisher that you can share? I feel really bad that we don't have the Art of Raw here because he's the guy who's in the trenches, no pun intended, on Punisher right now, and I have let him do his thing for a bit, even though I'm the Punisher dude, because we're going to have a thing next week where it's kind of like where do we stand? Where do we stand with Pun?
I think we'll wait on that.
Well, wait, we'll give him his
yep.
own time, the full spotlight.
Yeah, I don't want to rush into it. All the things we've spoiled, we've already spoiled most of it with the
We spoiled the big
the heavy weapons, the ammo mechanic, the
Yeah.
battle van. Like a lot of the keynotes are already there. I think players just want to see it. So we should just
I
wait
wanna
till
go
we can show it
see
off.
it too. I want to go look at it right now. Okay, so thank you guys very much for joining us. Thanks for checking out Winter Soldier. Thanks for checking out Captain America. For looking at Spider-Gwen, and hopefully for playing along with cows this weekend and the Cow King.
Please do. Please
Say hi to the Cow King. He's in chat right now, so say hi. We're gonna head off and probably see when I can get this up on Test Center. I'll let you guys know ASAP.
And we'll start creating the next team up post for you as well.
Oh yeah, we have to work on that. That's actually very important. Screw getting everything fixed. We just want to talk about team ups again. Take care, guys.
Thanks a lot.